In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the full moon that we're having on Sunday, March 28th. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello, if you're new, make sure you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. So today we're going to be talking all about this full moon that we're having in Libra. So it's Libra season. I'm a Libra, and I have a feeling that Libras are going to be feeling it a little extra this season. Just because it's so aligned with us. So let's get into the 5 things that you need to know about this full moon to be ready for it. I have my notebook right here so I don't miss out on anything. Let's get into this full moon. First thing I want to talk about is Libra energy. Libra is the balanced scales, right? So keep that in mind during this full moon. There's going to be a lot of that balancing of the scales, you know? Some things happening more than usual. Some things just dying down a little bit more than usual. Just understand that it is balancing out, and it's supposed to happen. The full moon illuminates. So the full moon in Libra is going to illuminate balance in our life. Like, do you guys over procrastinate or do you overwork? There needs to be a balance when you overdo something or you don't do something enough. So that's gonna balance out this full moon. Number 2, this one blew my mind. So Venus, Chiron, or Chiron, I don't know how you would say that. It's an asteroid. The sun and the moon are all going to be aligned. Now, what does that mean? So basically, Chiron it symbolizes, it's the wounded healer. And it basically, if you Google the story of Chiron, I swear so many of us can relate. He basically just kept getting wounded out of no fault of his own, like from the second he was born. And it just kind of, his story goes into, just him being wounded and trying to fix himself of the wounds that other people created. When Chiron is near, then it's kind of like that tender part of our wound might get a little touched. And there's a reason why. Because sometimes we don't need to heal it necessarily, we just need to embrace it. We just need to be like, this happened, or like, that was a part of my journey. That was a part of why I'm standing here today. That's a part of why I hold my head up high today, because I overcame it. It's a shift in mentality when it comes to your wound. Now, Chiron has 3 faces, and it's of course, the wounded, right? The one that's hurt. Then there's the wounder, the one that does hurt. You know how hurt people hurt. And then there is the healer, the one that takes the wound and heals it. So sometimes we can get stuck in one face of Chiron, which we could be stuck as the bully, as the wounder, just because we had a wound. We could get stuck as the victim, as the one that was wounded, or we can get stuck in trying to heal it for way too long. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. When things come up like this, during this full moon specifically, there is a reason, and just be aware that the reason is for you not to ignore it or try to heal it. It's just for you, hey, this pain is there, or hey, this was there, this happened, and I overcame it. Look at me today. It's kind of like being proud of yourself, kind of. The third thing we should know is because Chiron is here, aligned with Venus and the sun and the moon, this is the perfect time to do love spells, beauty spells, wealth, luxury, skin, glamour, attraction, everything that has to do with Venus would be so good right now. Self-love spells would be really, really good right now. Chiron is basically symbolizing that you don't heal the wound, you face it, you embrace it, and you love it. That's kind of what the theme that I got from this whole full moon. The 4th thing we should know is there are specific herbs and crystals that you could use around this full moon that amplify your energy, amplify your work, and just align with the way that the planets are beautifully. So those are basil, those are emerald crystals, jade crystals, any green crystals, aventurine crystals, rose quartz, garnet crystals, any red or pink crystals, because Venus. Venus energy will really align with that. The colors are green and pink for Venus energy. So if you wanted to do like a spell, then do it with a green or pink candle, because it's very powerful. You can also do spells and rituals with apples. You can use roses, geranium, sage. If you want to do like a sex spell, then use cardamom and damiana. Those two, oh, right now would be really good. If you want to work with copper, copper is the crystal that corresponds with Venus energy. So we are having a full moon in Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus. So we have a lot of Venus energy right now, and you can really tap into that by using the colors, the crystals, the herbs that correspond with it, like the ones that I mentioned, and copper, drinking out of a copper glass, or using copper crystals, copper jewelry. Copper would be really good. You can even, pennies are copper, so just clean up a penny and keep it around you. The fifth and last thing that I want to talk about is something that I talk about in every single video, and it's a part of our body or chakra that is going to be affected with this full moon. Now, Libra is all about beauty, glamour. Skin is a big thing of Libra. So I think right now, if you want to take extra care of your skin, face masks, beauty masks, microdermabrasion, peels, like whatever you could do to pamper your face would be really good with this full moon. It will be enhanced and amplified, and your skin will take it in even better. What else you could do? I always recommend taking a bath. Pay attention to your sugar levels, your kidney, your bladder, your urethra, UTIs and stuff like that. Make sure that you're drinking enough water, you're paying attention to what you're drinking, all of that stuff. Also, there's going to be balance of the sex life. So whether you're in a relationship or not, the sacral chakra will be affected with this full moon. And usually it's when it's in this energy of Libra, then it's being balanced. So if you're overly like sexually active, maybe it's gonna calm you down a little bit. And maybe if you've been struggling being sexually active or sexual healing or anything like that, or with creativity, sacral chakra also governs creativity. If you've been struggling with that, then it's gonna balance out. You know what I'm saying? So crystals, orange crystals would be really good, red crystals and green crystals. Aventurine, rose quartz, citrine would be great. All right, you guys, so that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about for this full moon. 5 things you wanted to know, 5 things you needed to know, and I'll talk to you really, really soon.